And welcome back. Here we are. Thor The Dark World. Man, they try so hard. The Thor movies get progressively better, and they are one of those things that are just so well cast. Like, everybody is just perfect for that role. Whoever the casting director is for the Thor films does just a wonderful job. Chris Hemsworth, Tom Hiddleston, frickin' Anthony Hopkins. But at the same time, Anthony Hopkins is really wasted in this movie. In all the Thor movies. Like, he's awesome in the scenes that he gets, but, like, he needs so much more. They don't... Like, they got the perfect person, and then they just give him nothing to do. Natalie Portman's a great actress, for example. But Jane Foster, it's not that she has nothing to do in this. She's just so inconsequential. I don't know. Like, the whole thing with putting the dark ether into her and having her kind of be the catalyst for the whole plot. It's trying to involve her character more, but then she's just kind of like around in all the scenes on Asgard. It's like she's just there, and like there's this real sense that everyone's just talking around her without actually talking to her. And there's just all kinds of stuff like that throughout this movie. It's just like, why isn't Odin more important to this? Why are all three movies Odin's just gone? And that's the thing, like, I like Thor Ragnarok too, but there is a real sense of just get me the fuck off this boat for those films. With Anthony Hopkins leaving so soon into it, with Natalie Portman not even coming back, you can tell that, like, they weren't feeling, I don't know if creatively satisfied or well utilized with these films. That being said, I think the Thor movies do get better with progression, but they really, like, if you try to imagine them outside of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I don't think that anyone would put, like, the Thor trilogy on their top 10 movie lists, unless they're, like, the top 10 superhero movies, unless they're, like, huge Thor fans, you know? And even then, like, from what I understand, some of the bigger Thor fans don't even really care for these that much. They like them, they like the fact that Thor has a movie, but, like, it's not really a Thor movie. It's an MCU movie with this particular take on Thor. Now, one of the things that has driven me crazy about the Thor films, though, is this whole one foot in, one foot out thing with science and magic. That has really bothered me just since the very beginning, to be honest. Because, yeah, you can do that. You can do the whole Lewis Carroll quote, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. To that point, you have a cell phone on your hands right now. Imagine trying to explain how this thing works to someone with no comprehension of modern day technology. You're gonna sound like a fucking wizard, and you'd be burned at the cross. Or stake, whatever. So, like, I can get with you there, but at the same time, it's just, it's all just technology. Like, Thor has the line in the first film that, oh, well, magic and technology are the same thing where I come from, or magic and science. And it's like, no, it's not. It's just, it's all technology for Thor. And that's always been kind of disappointing to me. I would have liked to see a more mystical, you know, proper, godly Thor, just for the hell of it. And it is one of the things, even though I have my issues with the Wonder Woman movie, I was happy that they firmly ground Wonder Woman and the Amazons in Greek mythology in a way that the Thor films have not been grounded in Norse mythology at all. This is really the idea of the aliens mistaken as gods thing for the Thor films. That being said, with what, like, that's my feeling on the choices they've made, but with the choices they're using here, yeah, I don't know, I go back and forth on it. Also, you know, to get back to some of the problems with it, like, it's the thing, like, I like watching this on some level, but it's hard not to just focus on the negatives, because the stuff I like about it is like, oh yeah, that was kind of fun or whatever. That was enjoyable. But if I have to talk about it at all I can do is talk about, well, this is a problem, this is a problem, this is a problem. Um, and again, to the point about wasted casting, and talk about the villain for a bit, Christopher Eccleston does nothing. That man is a fantastic actor. End credits scene is playing right now. That man is a fantastic actor, and he just flat. He doesn't get the chance to do anything. Like, he's supposed to be playing a very stoic character, but still, he is just so underutilized. That's how I feel about a lot of this film. Just a lot of really great ideas that are very underutilized, and I think that they get better with progression, but it's still the weakest part of the MCU, and I think that is, again, really evident by the fact that no one would really watch these if they weren't part of the MCU. At least that's how I've always felt about them. That being said, if you enjoy these, if you like these movies, I can see why. There is stuff there. It is like more of a popcorn movie. But the more I think about it, the Phase 2 films are a lot deeper, I feel, than the Phase 1 films were. And it's understandable why people overlook that, because it is still it's subtly deeper. It's trying to get around the whole corporate branding thing and trick people into actually using their heads. So it has a lot of the visual and the spectacle and the popcorn that you've come to expect for a big blockbuster movie, and it's got the dumb jokes and stuff. Like, Kat Dennings is just here for laughs. She's not useful to this movie at all, and thank God she's not in the third one. But they're all, there's a lot more thought put into a lot of the Phase 2 movies, and Thor The Dark World, I feel, is the exception, by and large. It really just does not try to do much of anything deep. Like, again, Iron Man 3 had the commentary about the privatization of war. Winter Soldier, which is next up, has to do with spy culture, surveillance culture. It's just a dumb spectacle movie, which is fine, but it's disappointing that Thor is kind of lagging behind again. Oh well. Next up, Captain America, the Winter Soldier. See you then.